nice view. Welcome to the view, y'all.
Getting hot in here.
I think I'm overdressed for today.
You're hot?
God, I am. You know, maybe this is why I'm so cranky, because politics seem to have gotten ugly in this election. And a survey from the Pew Research Center found that Republicans, Democrats, yes, Pew, dislike each other more now than at any time in the history of their research. Now, Republicans said they think Democrats are immoral, lazy, and dishonest, while Democrats find Republicans closed-minded. That's it? All right. Why do you think it's worse now than it's ever been before?
It's this election. It's this election season. I mean, we've seen in past elections that, and past presidencies, quite frankly, that they've been able to work across the aisle. I think the tone has changed so much.
It's changed, but I also think we're very limited. We have basically two choices. And, well, I guess if you want to count the Green Party, I know, but I'm just saying we need more than just two main parties. I feel like there's no room for the fiscally conservative and maybe the socially liberal person or vice versa. We were talking about this earlier. I feel like they're trying to fit us into a small little box, and it's creating this unhealthy atmosphere where we can't just agree to disagree anymore. We have to disagree and hate one another.
Well, the venom started in the early 90s with basically talk radio started to get more and more powerful, and right-wing talk radio started to really pummel their position. And then Fox News came in with their sort of unbalanced right-wing position. And then you had MSNBC coming in with their left-wing position. And so that's, I think, what happened. That's exactly what I think happened. Because previous to that, Republicans and Democrats got along much better. They cooperated with each other.
You're saying it kind of created this divide.
Yes, I think so.
Don't you think, though, it's changed since President Obama became President Obama?
What changed?
The tone. The tone.
Well, he's the first president that a congressman at the State of the Union yelled out, "You lie." Yeah. No one ever did that to a president before. No. Maybe they did, but I don't know about it.
Disrespect of the office that I think has trickled down.
Absolutely.
Well, I also think that it's also because there is an insidious third party. There is another party in there, and they sort of tried to usurp the Republicans, and then they kind of disappeared. You know, the Republicans, kind of the moderate Republicans, all disappeared, and so now we have the Tea Party and all of their rhetoric. I think that this disrespect, just in general, I think you're probably right. A lot of it started with, you know, my country, right or wrong, and if you're not me, you're not a real American. That all came about, I think, in the 90s.
And are we supposed to put the money, too? I mean, I know it's always been there, but when you think about the groups that get supported, you know, like the NRA putting money into, and it happens on both parties, but I feel like there's more pressure than ever that you can't budge on something because you have so many backers, financial backers, which I think skews the whole ability of these people to represent.
Isn't that why they were saying that we shouldn't have? I don't know what happened, but I woke up and stuff changed. I thought you weren't supposed to have a way to float lots of money into a party.
Well, the Supreme Court changed that.
Well, you know, and so, again, I'm just going to say it again. Hey, SC, Supreme Court, y'all may have changed the landscape so much that you've hindered us as a society. So maybe we need to take a look at some of these things.
Citizens United.
Well, you know, Citizens United, but just the way that we do everything. We all collectively say we don't want to do this anymore, and then someone comes along and pushes and pushes and pushes, and then the law changes, and we don't get to say, hey, wait, I thought you said we weren't going to do this.
I think it's going to change, though. I mean, I think when you look at the law, it's sort of a breathing and living thing, and the pendulum always just, you know, goes back and forth. And so we had this big backlash over the past 8 years where Republicans and Democrats almost have this visceral hate for each other. But don't you think it's time that things are going to swing the other way?
I don't know if they will swing the other way. I think that we have to first, you know, I believe that when the law is the law, you kind of have to go from there. If I have rights and it says so, then I want you to respect that I have those rights, you know. I think once we get back to the individual respect for each other, we might be able to eke out, because we're always going to fight about what you believe and what I believe. That's what you do. You have a party at Christmas. Uncle Ernie is, you know, hanging from the rafters talking
Ernie.
about, yes, you know, we all have had it, you know, and saying stuff where your face hits the floor, and just as you're about to go off on Uncle Ernie, the turkey comes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you learn how to just like, okay, we can agree to disagree. But I think until we get this as an individual thing, I think it's going to be rough.
You talk about the pendulum swinging, but I also think we're also taking our cues from government. And right now, I don't really see any compromise on either side. And that's really frustrating. They can't get a thing done. And that now is having a ripple effect on the rest of the country and how we enact.
Don't blame both parties. The Republican Party started their obstructionism when Obama got into office. Can't blame both parties.
I think
everybody always says there's two sides to every story. They're not all the time.
But you know what? I think the whole point is what you just said is part of the problem. It's got to start with, it doesn't matter who started this. Let's start fresh here now.
That was the point.
It does matter who started it. Sorry.
It doesn't. Last word, go.
We haven't gone anywhere. We haven't gone anywhere.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, because if Hillary becomes the president, we're going to have another big crazy roundup on our hands, because, you know, when it was who was it?
Mitch McConnell.
No, Mitch McConnell said the day, you know, after Obama was elected, we're going to do everything we can to make sure he does not get anything
He's
done.
a one-term president.
And he said he's a one-term president. So I'm concerned, you know, which is why I'm not sure, because now we have a woman coming in, and we've heard some of the things people had to say about women. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah, but if Trump wins, he won't even get a whole term, in my opinion. He'll be impeached around halfway through.
You think so?
Are you kidding?
The only peach I want to hear about from him is Peach Melba. We'll be right back.
How do you tell your child they gained weight? Why saying the wrong thing could scar them for life? Next. So Hot Topics got real about reality TV.
Mariah Carey is about to enter the world of reality TV. It's going to be great.
I actually love reality TV, but sometimes it's not real.
You know what the realest show on television is? The View!
Yeah, Whoopi, we're keeping it real. Weekdays on ABC.
Welcome back. I'm about to tell you. Childhood obesity is a major health issue in America, but experts warn parents to avoid making comments about their child's weight because it can have a devastating effect later on, especially for girls. I think people don't sometimes realize that what you as an adult think is a funny comment can be really, you know, devastating to a child.
Yes, you shouldn't do it. Don't even make comments about your wife's weight. Never mind, you know, that nobody wants to hear it. How fat they are, how much weight they've gained, any of that. No one ever wants to hear any of it.
Little kids, I mean,
little kids are different, though. Adults can kind of take it.
My parents made comments about my weight, and I think their reasoning was that they wanted to teach us to stay healthy for ourselves, but also for each other. But I can trace back. I also had older sisters, so a lot of times weight came up. I remember being 13 and putting on a leotard for gymnastics, and my mom, she won't remember this, sorry mom, but she looked and she was like, you know, that purple makes you look a little bigger than you are. I was prepubescent. I wasn't putting weight on. I was tiny. And that's where I traced starting to worry about what I ate in a meal. And it still haunts me. I have a really crappy body image, and I think it's because at such a young age, I started the yo-yoing of what I looked like. And
it's right. Your mom probably, I'm sure she didn't have that intention necessarily, but we take what our family says about our body a lot more personally than we might take a stranger. I know my daughter is, she's thicker, she's sturdy, and I remember my husband picked her up and he's like, wow, Caroline, you're getting really heavy. And you know, she's almost 9, and she's, girls her age are starting to have body issues already. And I was like, just be careful how we describe her. Don't say she's heavy or she's big, just say, wow, you're really strong and you're sturdy. It's just, you just have to be aware of how you're communicating, especially with your kids. I mean,
I got a bad rap from my daughter because I used to say, oh my God, I look so fat in this outfit. I said it about myself. I never said anything about her weight, but she turned on me for that. So you can't say anything.
Well, I think it's because, but I think it is, right? I know. But I think as children, we play those tapes over and over again in our heads when we become adults. But I had sort of the exact opposite. I mean, I have an aunt in my family that's very large, and she always said, you could never use the F word. Don't ever use the F word. So we never used the fat word around. But my mom was
large is not great either.
Yeah, you can't use any of those words because words really matter. But I always thanked my mom because, you know, growing up, my mom always told me how beautiful I was. She always told me how strong I was. She always told me how smart I was. And I'm not a conventionally, you know, I'm not a conventional beauty. And when people would come up to me and say that I was unattractive, or even on Twitter when people say things, I'm like, what's wrong with you? But I know it's because I play my mom's tapes in my head, and I try to do that for my kids.
Why not?
I play them in my head. I'm like, you got the problem, I ain't got the problem.
I never had any issues with her. I just didn't. And my kid didn't either. I mean, she, you know, I think time spent around friends can be dangerous also.
And magazines.
And, well, less magazines, more friends, because people start comparing themselves.
Yeah.
And suddenly you don't also realize that your metabolism changes when you hit 38, 39, 40. Things change and you have to be aware of it. But you have to be aware of it. But it doesn't mean that you look bad. But I think folks get together and say, well, you know, you don't look like you used to. And it's like, you know.
That's the worst.
Well, but nothing looks like it used to.
Not.
Unless it's chock full of preservatives. We'll be right back, right?
Us Weekly's Jackie Miranne here. Want to know the hottest trends for fall and which ones are over? Well, then get right back here.
Preview with a look at the hot trends that you want to be a part of and the ones that you just need to say goodbye to. So everyone, please welcome Us Weekly's video correspondent, Jackie Miranne. Jackie. Hi, guys. Great to have you, Jackie. Okay, the first fashion trend is monochromatic.
Yes. So let's put that. Right. Let's make it easy.
Very slimming.
Troy, how'd you know? So basically, monochromatic is one color from head to toe. Like a simple crash course. If you want to pick a color for fall, this plum is so rich and gorgeous. And what I love is we're seeing another trend that I'm rocking today, the colored lace, which is such a romantic contrast to her edgy moto and her rockin' hat and the lace-up detail. We're seeing that continue from summer into fall. And what I love about her booty is it's a color block, so it ties it in without overdoing it.
Her booty.
Her booties. Oh, God, yeah. In all angles, but I am referring to the booties.
Don't get me wrong, the booty is in this season, but we're talking about those booties, right?
Those are not maroon.
Yes, but you know what? That's okay because you can break it up and you can have fun with accessories because a lot of women are afraid to go from head to toe, but I say do it. You can't go wrong, and it's easy to match.
Yeah, there you go. You can just reach in your closet and everything works.
I would think it's more slimming monochromatic.
Yes,
right?
lengthening too, which is great.
Okay, so the next style, we're taking some cues from the guys.
Yes, you know what? Menswear is bigger than ever. What we're actually seeing is celebrities are giving their gowns a night off and opting for pants on the red carpet. So what I love about Kelsey's suit is that this window pane print is very chic, very timeless, but she's pairing it with gold. Gold accessories are a girl's best friend, ladies. Metallics are always in. A simple silk cami underneath, so it's very night out.
I like that.
Right? It's very chic, very classic. And then she could always swap the basic blouse for the office. So there's a lot of mixing and matching capability. But what I love about this classic oversized menswear coat is you throw on one piece and you're on trend. If you have your favorite skinny legging, a basic blouse, you're done and ready to go. But here it's about color therapy, everyone. Serenity blue, one of the biggest colors of the year. So just updating the color of your coat and you're ready to go.
Joy, you have those leather pants in your closet, don't you?
Yeah, but Serenity blue is not my shade.
No, I think you could
Aggravated blue is more my point.
You're not that peaceful? Come on, we can all enjoy
That's not a fall
serenity.
color, that color.
But that's what's great about it. We're showing you unexpected twists, two-pairing color, and it's surprising people for fall. Then you can layer that over time into winter, too, with your chunky
And
turtlenecks.
we're talking about great fabrics, too, Jackie, such as suede.
Yes. So whatever you say in fall, say it in suede, ladies. Everyone can do it. You know what I love about it? We're seeing color infusion. So look at how gorgeous Rachel looks in this BCBG Max Azria dress. It's so fun and flirty, but it's all about that luscious pop of color. She could wear that now with summer sandals and then wear it into fall. And the trick is accessorizing it. So we see that floral neck scarf, the skinny scarf. Have you ladies tried the skinny scarf yet?
No.
No.
You have
There's
to.
a skinny
It's
scarf?
a must. It's a must. You
Mine's
can
on a
wrap it.
diet.
And also we're seeing the suede booty, so don't be afraid to do suede on suede. And the update to the summer round bag, we're seeing the octagon bag. We're getting a little geometric on you, everybody. So under $100 too, right? I love the cognac
So
accessory.
the idea is that suede is usually in brown, and now it's all these colors?
Exactly. It really gives it a nice pop. And look at just how gorgeous she looks from head to
She's
toe.
gorgeous.
You are gorgeous, but the dress is helping her even stand
digging
out
it.
in a crowd even more.
Florals were big last year, but are they still?
Well, people think of florals. Don't you feel like everyone thinks it's only for vacation?
Right.
Well, florals are very moody for fall. So if you want to be a little moody, Joy, you could go for the moody floral.
Go
you
with
think
your-
you could go for that?
Your angry blue
I don't know
or
about
whatever it was?
I'm not big on flowers around on clothing. I like them in my yard. That's it.
Well, how about... Joy, okay, I'm going to get Joy into it because what I love about this is it adds edge because it's leather, but faux leather, everybody, so it's affordable. The outfit, top and bottom, is $100. The top is H&M, the skirt is Zara. But what's great about these accessories, they're both under $100 from Aldo. I'm going to race you definitely for the suede pumps because I think those are really chic and they look so expensive. But they're under $100.
Those are nice. Very nice.
Gorgeous, girl.
Okay, so we talked about suede and florals, but
Yep.
velvet.
Velvet.
A little velveteen.
Okay, I really want to talk this through, everybody.
Velvet is rough.
It is tough, but let me say this. I'm thinking on the runways, it may look very heavy, but we're giving you options.
I was thinking Austin Powers when you said
Right,
velvet.
you don't want to be like, yeah, baby. But we are saying, yeah, baby, because I love that the top alone, you can just do a top in the off-the-shoulder,
Yeah.
easy breezy
Little
fit.
skin showing.
Right, a little bit. A woman's shoulder is always flattering, no matter who you are. And the choker trend gives it that 90s vibe. So just with a simple skinny jean, her suede cutout peep toes, a little leopard bag, so she's having fun.
Your shoes are great, by the way.
Aren't they gorgeous? Mark Fisher, absolutely love the navy color. Really, if you look at it, it's a simple jewel tone. Simple jewel tones always work in fall. And then if you really want to have fun, have that swing dress moment. And I love that what we're seeing here is the pattern helps break it up. And it's so opulent. Look at how it's just illuminating on camera. That's what it's about. It's really a luxe statement. So this is kind of your luxe fabric for fall. We all love over-the-knee boots, don't we?
Well, they're not that comfortable.
I know comfortable ones, Joy. These are
Also, a lot of
DSW.
velvet, you could look like a couch. You got to watch
Well,
that.
we've had that issue on the red carpet. We won't retrace it, but that's why this is still playful and flirty. So
good. Just enough. Yeah.
Right? Just
Don't
enough.
go
Ladies, you
overboard
look
with the velvet.
lovely.
Luscious.
And finally, I know we have two more looks from some very special ladies in our lives.
We have Hollywood superstars coming out right
We
now.
do.
Here we go. Say hello to Sarah and Sunny. Work it. Work it, girl. We need to give them a standing ovation. They have really good runway faces. Who trained them?
Sarah,
You are giving us runway from head to toe. But what's really working it here is
Sarah's giving us her Zoolander is what she's giving us.
Is it a walk-off right now? Do we need to have a walk-off?
She already told me.
Tell us what about
outfit
these.
is talking miles to me, ladies. You are just speaking so many volumes.
What are they
this
like?
is the capelet trend. So you could do the capelet as a jacket, like this gorgeous one from Bloomingdale's and that incredible camel, or go for the capelet dress. If you really want to vamp it up and give some red carpet sex appeal, you got to really pose and twist, pose and twist.
Pose and twist?
Yep, pose and twist.
That's what that is. I thought it was bend and snap.
Oh,
but
that's it.
Wait, give us a blue
steel before you go.
Take the jacket off.
Blue steel, ladies. I love
Sarah, take the jacket off. Let's look at the dress.
It's attached to my mic, and I have nursing.
Okay, enough. All right, Jackie, you are such a good sport. Everyone, ladies, you look lovely. Our thanks to Jackie Miranne. For more information on any of these looks, check out our website. We'll be right back. But how great.
Hey, what's up, world? This is Sway. Get ready for a pop culture preview of the movies, the TV shows, and the tunes coming this fall. It's The View up next.
Fanatic, so I'm super excited for the fall because it's the high season for movies, TV shows, new music. So here with a roundtable of everything we'll be into, please welcome Gray Drake, senior editor for Rotten Tomatoes, Jessica Shaw, host of Entertainment Weekly Radio on Sirius XM, and Sway Calloway, on-air talent for VH1 and host of Sway in the Morning on Sirius XM. Welcome to all of you guys, but we're going to start with you, Gray. You're going to tell us all about the movies.
Yes, first, Magnificent Seven is the one you got to watch for. This is a remake of the old
Personality and text.
I love it.
If you've never seen the original, see the original so you understand why you need to see this new remake.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, also, Girl on the Train.
Ooh, I read that.
Okay, real
I'm
page
excited.
turner, right?
Yeah.
Now, Emily Blunt stars as Bridget Jones' baby.
That's my favorite. I love Bridget Jones.
This is Bridget Jones right here.
I love Bridget Jones.
Well, and so you know in the last movie then, everything looked... Yes!
Those are so big. Yeah.
Plus, in this movie, McDreamy.
Tell us what fall shows people are most excited about.
Are you an emotional TV watcher? Yes? Okay, well, This Is Us is the show for you. It's about all of these people who share one thing in common, the same birthday. This is one of those, like, get a box of tissues and get your ugly crayon. Okay. We've also got Designated Survivor, which was with Kiefer Sutherland, who, of course, spent years as Jack Bauer.
Right.
Save Al Penn, who is awesome, who actually took a little break from acting.
Right.
A lot of people know him from Harold and Kumar. He went to work for the Obama White House. He is not just starring in this show as the president's speechwriter, he's also a consultant.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay. And what else?
And then I am so excited for Gilmore Girls.
Oh, the reunion.
Yes! 10 years after the show went off the air, Lorelai and Rory Gilmore are back for 4 90-minute movies on Netflix. Fans are super excited. If you watch the original series, if you're binging it like Gray is, because see her legendary 4 final words that she always...
All right.
Super excited. I was lucky enough to be on set. I talked to Lauren Graham about it, and I asked her about those 4 final words, and she was like, yeah, it's kind of weird because it's not really an ending. So read into that what you will.
Right.
And, of course, Whoopi,
Yes.
a hat tip to you because Strut is coming out.
Yes.
An Osling agency that works exclusively with trans men and women, and I think that's just great.
Yeah.
Whoopi, congratulations.
That's Whoopi's
Yes.
producer, yeah. So, Sway,
Yes. Hey, Joy.
how are you, kid?
How are you?
So what do we have to look forward to in the music world?
There's a lot in the music world to look forward to. Kanye West, self-proclaimed biggest rock star on the planet. You know, he has the St. Pablo tour coming. And, you know, with Kanye, you never know which 2 Chainz, Big
2
Sean.
Chainz.
We'll see them all on there. And then what you're paying for is the entertainment, but you're also paying for that rent. You know, you want to see that train wreck. So, and, you know, so hopefully we'll be able to see that on stage.
He
right?
brings it.
When a lot of the dates are
brings
selling out.
Yeah, right? I mean, he's been so active, whether he's doing fashion shows in Madison Square Garden or, we know a while back he released his famous video, and I thought I would see Whoopi in there laying naked next to Donald Trump. That didn't happen, you know.
He knows better. He knows better.
He knows better, right? 2 quick ones, Joy, that I think you should go see. Made in America, founded by the one and only Jay-Z. I was there in 2012 for the inaugural concert and saw it being done in Philly. At that time, they were doing Philadelphia as well as Los Angeles. Rihanna is going to be headlining that tour.
That's good.
Be on that tour. A$AP Ferg to be on that tour. So it's a lot to look forward to. And one of my favorites, a lot of folks may not know about this Afro Punk Music Festival, and it's about lifestyle It's about arts, it's about sports, it's about music, and Afro-punk pretty much puts the spotlight on the punk rock scene, but they call it Afro-punk because it used to be divided, and there was a lot of urban kids that were doing punk rock that weren't getting a lot of light. There was a documentary in 2003 about it, put together by this guy named James Spooner that exposed the world to this whole other audience. So Afro-punk, Ice Cube will be there. This group called, there's a group called The Internet that I think everybody should check out. I'm not sure if you're hip to the internet, but a great group. They got an album called Ego Death. You're going to see a lot of great performances. Not a whole lot of mainstream artists, but a lot of great artists.
That's great. Yeah. Well, it sounds like we have a lot to look forward to. A big thanks to all of you. Our thanks to Gray Drake, Jessica Shaw, and Sway Calloway. We'll be right back.
Want to see our audience lose it? Good, because they have no idea they're about to get this fall's hottest gadgets next. So this happened at Hot Topics.
Apparently trending online right now is the hashtag #MyUnOlympic event.
My event would be Bacon Marathon.
I would love to do an obstacle course with my dogs.
Enjoy.
Me?
Yeah, talking.
Oh yeah, it's the new one.
Welcome back, everyone. And Elizabeth, I know you have one more hot gadget that you want to show us. We're going to get to that in a second. But first, we want to invite all of you at home. You can go to our Instagram account. Go to @TheViewABC to learn how you can enter for a chance to win every gadget that you just saw in the last segment. And audience, are you guys ready for a chance to win this next $1,500 gadget? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, so this is the X scooter. It is literally the hottest item for 2016. It's an electronic scooter. You sit on it like a bike. There it is. This actually goes 15 miles an hour. It will ride for 2.5 hours continuously on a 3-hour charge. So literally everyone will be...
Whoopi's having so much fun. That's awesome. Woo! Yeah, look at extra for the whoop. Yes. Look at you. Okay. That's awesome. Right now, one lucky audience member is going to win this $1,500 X scooter if you can get it from Whoopi. All right. Are you ready to give it up to somebody out here, Whoopi?
Pick a number.
Yeah, Joy, pick a number. You don't have to close your eyes. I can't remember this.
And the number is 135.
After such a great day, we want everybody to have a great day and take a little time to enjoy